Greetings. In this video I'll be painting up a Vanguard veteran of the Vanguard 1st Company. I've made this assortment of 3D printed parts and plastic bits, trying to get some kind of Vanguard style going, whilst also leaning in towards the Destroyer style squad, with twin pistols like from the Horus Heresy. I went with Silentus bolt pistols, the ones from the Eliminators kit, as a nod towards the stealth aspect of the Vanguard, despite this dude charging with a jump pack. For the base I used a barrel, assembling one from one of the various terrain kits, which I then sawed in half so I could use both sides as sunken barrels. A few 3D printed shell casings were also glued on, as well as a skull for good measure. Anyway, I primed the model black through my airbrush, but you can use a black spray can primer if you prefer. Seeing as the model's mostly going to be black, I went straight in to build up the paint job on the armour. I used Eshin grey with a dry brush, going fairly heavy to hit pretty much every edge. Not happy with the brightness yet, I switched to Mechanicus standard grey and applied another dry brush, this time lighter, but still over most edges. To clean up I used Abaddon black and painted in the middles of the panels that I wanted to stay dark. This is a great way to do edge highlighting if you struggle with the fine brush control, or just want to save a bit of time. Whether you should do one or the other is up to you. Sometimes I prefer the more messy look this gives. Now for the white bits. I used Ulthor and grey to paint the trim of the right pauldron, the skull on the torso, and the detail on the knee. In some places, the Vanguard is shown to paint the thing on their torso as dark silver, and their gun casings white, but I wanted to go for a simple application here. Next I applied a gloss varnish to the pauldrons in preparation for decals. I applied the decals off camera. It was just the armorial and the tactical marking. I'm using this as my main reference for this video. The knee with the squad marking was obscured, so I didn't apply one, though I probably could have put a number inside the veteran marking on the pauldron. It doesn't matter too much for this one though. Onto the metallics now. I used Iron Warriors to paint in all the silver bits, like the weapons, the chain, and the jump pack pieces. I was unsure how to approach the cloth. I didn't want to keep it black, and I thought white would stand out too much. So I went with a similar method to how I did my Size of the Emperor mini a few videos back. Starting with Dark Reaper, I painted in most of the cloth that was sticking out, leaving the recesses black. After applying Dark Reaper, I went in with Thunderhawk Blue and painted in a smaller section. The goal for this was to have the cloth looking black, but with blue-black coloured thread, hopefully creating a distinction between the cloth and the ceramite. Lastly, I went in with the Fang, applying small lines in and around the same area as the Thunderhawk Blue. The intention here is to give it some texture to reinforce that this is some form of cloth. Next I focused on the eyes. I started with Mephiston red as a base coat, filling in the eye lenses, as well as one of the wrist lights on each arm. After the Mephiston red, I went in with Sunz Scarlet, covering most of the surface, but leaving the edges the previous colour. Wild Rider red followed, applying this in a similar vein, doing a smaller area than the Sunz Scarlet. Finally, I used Lugganath Orange and applied a small bit towards the middle of the face, and the edges of one side of the wrist lights. For the wax on the purity seals, I started by base coating them with Wordbearer's Red. For a highlight, I used Pink Horror, going along the edges and the raised bits of the skull design. After the wax, I moved on to the parchment. Zandri dust was used as another simple base coat. I missed the scroll on the greave. I painted that in off camera at some point. Ushabti bone followed as the highlight, applying this in lines to give the impression of wrinkled paper. The model that I used for this mini had some relics hanging by a chain, so I used Runelord brass to paint these, so they wouldn't stand out too much. I also painted in the shell casings and the Aquila on the base with this colour. Now onto the leather. I used Thondia brown to base coat the pouches and belt. This colour is richer than Rhinox hide, which may give a warmer appearance. A messy highlight was applied with Scrag brown, doing scratches and general edge highlighting. Finally, Deathclaw brown was used. I went in and tried to emphasise some scratches and cracks in the leather. Back to the purity seal, I used Abaddon black to paint in some scribbles on the parchment, as well as the word Korax on the scroll on his greave. Going back to the base, I used Deathclaw Drab to base coat the barrel. It took a few coats to get the coverage I was looking for. I highlighted the barrel with Lauren Forest, which is a little brighter but shouldn't stand out too much. I did the edges as well as painting in some little scratches. Using the same colours as I did with the parchment, I painted in the skull on the base. This time, however, I used Scribbing Skull as a third paint, hitting the most prominent edges. I felt the silver was too bland at this point, so I went in with Runefang still and applied some highlights. Some segments were fully covered, whilst others were only edge highlighted. This was following a rough up is brighter rule that I typically use. Now for an enamel wash. This will help darken the recesses a bit, both over the white and the black segments. I also find that enamel washes seem to soften the final result, even with the staining and the grain that my approach normally yields. Might be just me though. Off camera I applied some crushed rocks, and then varnished the model after the enamel had cured. And here we have it, a Vanguard veteran of the Raven Guard 1st Company. There's a few things I'd like to mention with this one. First up, the pose isn't the best. It feels a bit too wide, but these videos are more about the painting anyway. As for the basing, I think the barrel works well to add height instead of a flight stand. And the rocks fit in nicely, even though everything else was painted. I should have pushed the rocks a bit closer to the edges though. Speaking of the rocks, they're just some rocks I got cheap in a massive bag from my local garden centre. I crushed them with a mortar and pestle, and sprinkled the mix of dusty rocks over some CA glue. The runny nature of this glue soaked into the dust and darkened bits of them, creating a nice mix of colour. The matte varnish helps to reduce any shine, and seals in the powder so it can be handled. As for the mini itself, it's a fairly simple scheme. I did consider doing white arms like some of the older minis have, but it appears that's now restricted to lieutenants and higher ranks. I also wanted to stick to the more modern interpretation of the Raven Guard, especially considering he's in Mark 10 armour. I'm very pleased with the cloth. As I said earlier, I wanted it to stand out as a different material, but not be too distracting. It looks blue, but I don't think it's too blue. But yeah, that's all I've got for this one. I've been putting off 3D printing more bits, going through my already printed pieces. When I clean out the vat properly, I'll print out a heap of pauldrons from various chapters. So let me know in the comments which ones you'd like to see and I'll add them to the list. Anyway, I hope you stick around for the next one.